Hello. I'm Mr. Welldone. I watched the copulation which conceived you, and I screamed in horror. I saw you birthed like a hatched parasite, hairless and gagging, and I gritted my teeth in hatred, sliding them over each other again and again and again and again and again until they were flat and smooth. And I watched you wither and grow old as your body congeals and the weight of your years pulls your flesh from your body, and I'll grin and snicker, laugh, and I'll see your desiccated corpse pumped full of superficial chemicals, interred into the dirt to feed the eyeless subterranean creatures of the earth, and I'll howl because I know where you're going. I know where you're going. I know the secrets of this earth, as I knew the secrets of the one before it. I'll bring about the end, and you cannot stop me. You listen to these tales, and you don't know that each one that you hear, each one that you create and recreate, with each one that you retell, with each one that you claim ownership of, you beckon the end. There will be some among you who try to verify these tales. You'll seek them out. Those that do so with passion will find that many of them are falsehoods, but some will be harrowing at the very least. Others will leave you scarred for the rest of your fleeting days. Others will leave you stripped of your flesh, and that flesh will be used to build more and more and more tales. Twisted and stretched to cry out to more curious individuals, and I will smile, and my teeth clench together tightly, until one cracks with a satisfying pop. My eyes unblinking, watching everything fall into place, wide and empty, weeping and shriveling with delicious, protracted agony. I'm so excited. So very excited. Even as you listen, some among you are emboldened. The sick part of you which lusts for the end whispers into your mind, making you want to see the horror, the pain, the blood, the death. You want to see it. You want to see what lies hidden in the dark beyond sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. Come and see. I will show you such wonderful things. Hello. It's not what you cannot see in the dark that you fear. It seems that the masses have conformed themselves with the trite statement, people fear the unknown. Humanity finds a strange comfort in the statement. If people did indeed fear the unknown, this statement would be akin to locking eyes in spirit with the soul-rendering horror which lurks unseen in the back of every human's mind. No, it's not what you cannot see in the dark that you fear. It's what you will see if you gaze long and hard into it. You'll see the thing you know you will see. You will attempt to assuage that sting of fear in your mind by numbly assuring yourself that it's simply a figment of the rampant facilities of the subconscious. But it's not. Yes, we fear the dark for a reason. The reason is not what you think it is. Hello. Many fellows in their markedly less than infinite wisdom choose to prove their gender and sexual orientation by seeking out a locale rumored to be frequented with the events of the supernatural. What a loathsome and paradoxical term, supernatural. How can a thing be above nature when it occurs naturally? But I digress. Many such brave souls who seek out in search of the nocturnal thrills of the unknown find that it is little to fear, despite the cold sweat that they feel, and choose to take this evidence as the answer to whether or not the supernatural exists in our shared perception of the world. What fools. Indeed, if one steels themselves overmuch, such an individual may find that he or she never will see anything beyond the mundane. It is those that embrace their fear that find much more startling evidence supporting the possibility of earthly entities and energies beyond our current understanding. Fear is more than a biological warning to impending danger. It is a sense. Little different than the 5 most people are familiar with. To ignore one's fear is to ignore one's eyes to such secrets possessed of beauty and beyond most mortals' imaginations. And so I impart this advice upon those who wish to confirm the existence of the supernatural. Exalt yourself in your fear. Stoke its fires, and seek out the darkness. You will see such wonderful things. Hello. Most of all, the most wonderful things to be seen in this world, the best of them, lie in the periphery of the worldly. The superficial, the mundane, the worthless, the duplicitous, wretched, horrid, loathsome, hated, despicable, sickening, vapid reality which humanity clings to. Pardon me. But in the corners of the eye lie unknown gems amidst the refuse. Those fitting shapes humanity unconsciously assigns to the readily explainable, acceptable normalities of the social world which haunts us, leaving us with a vague fear that begs our eyes to close so very tightly when the lights are put down for an evening's rest, and not to open again until the reassuring light of the morning dispels the possibilities of the darkness. What waste! What ridiculousness. Open your eyes, use the wondrous capabilities of those fantastic organs. As you go about your evening hygienic rituals, I suggest you pay indirect attention to the cold black of the hallways waiting outside the door. Wait for the inevitable thing, out of place with the characteristic stillness of the night, swiftly passing by the unknown destinations. But do not acknowledge it. Do not. Some things are best only seen and not interacted with in other ways. For in seeing that which believes itself unseen, awareness comes with the most severe of consequences. Oh yes, so severe. Do behave. Look, do not touch or speak or taste. Only then, perhaps, will you hear, faintly, on the first occasion, but on every occasion thereafter impossible to ignore, even as they stand now so clearly, leering at you from the darkest corners of your safest, most sacred havens. Do not acknowledge their presence. Be content to observe. Yes, content. Such contentedness is the only barrier between the predation. If you can do this, if one can stand the temptations of the darkness and control one's primordial self, perhaps then you'll be prepared. Prepared for more. Much more. Hello. Tales of strange creatures, occurrences, and sightings persist from the first days of man until now. To discard them out of hand is foolishness, as is to believe blindly, but for those that seek out the dark, you will find horrors which will shatter your mind. Simple human mind. There was once a time when man understood his place in the universe. things changed. Things change, always changing. Though even in recent history there's been those that have understood. However, such individuals' wise insight is turned to examine the mundanity of nature rather than its unexplainable qualities. What a waste. What a waste. The bulk does not understand, which will never understand. There is only fear and blind denial. Even when faced with old truths, the human mind shuts itself off and the person attempts to desperately find any mundane explanation possible to retain sanity. Sanity! A creature wholly wrought of comparison and worthless society. Only those bold enough to search in the dark, blind and senseless, will see the old truths. You will understand your place. You will experience feelings so powerful and varied that you will be unable to assign words and to describe the experience. And then it will all end. Hello. Can one be so simultaneously amused and disgusted? Apparently so. Humanity disgusts me for its constant squabbling over little pieces of paper, hierarchical conflicts for power that exists only in the imaginations of those involved, and the pointless use of lives in order to sustain nothing but a paltry level of comfort. I am sickened, and yet I'm so entertained it's like watching some sort of cruel joke unfold. I sit waiting for some among you to ascend to greater powers than known to the bulk of humanity. But so few are willing to aspire. So full of yourselves, so assured that you already know the workings of the universe, you rob yourselves of the greatest of mysteries. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it all end. I cannot wait to watch you scream and suffer. A magnificent din of flesh being stripped from bone, which is then made to dance to the whims of the most horrifying destruction the sentiment portion of the universe has borne witness to. It will be a wonderful taste of vengeance for having been subjected to your monotony. Yet I still yearn for everyone among you to obtain the eyes with which to see the all of the cosmos. But I also yearn to pluck your organs from their positions of safe functioning simplicity to relish the expression of pain and terror on your face. I wonder if I shall ever be so divided. I wonder what I shall do when such division cease. I cannot wait.